there were so many places that used to like find people. Like that was like the fun of it. It's like, oh my God, this person I would have never otherwise found until they were on this program, and now they're like the most beloved character performer or stand-up or this or that, because it was kind of like, look at them come out of obscurity. Like they would have never, I miss those days. I think
Yeah.
those days were sick.
Yeah, or just
Yeah.
like, I don't know, allowing someone to grow. I think like
Yeah.
in that same vein, it's like we always talk about how there hasn't been like a woman late night host.
Yeah, that's
And
wild.
yeah, of course you have these versions, right? Of like Chelsea Handler or, Joan Rivers had a moment.
Samantha Bee had like a thing.
You're right, but those are, and again, I'm not saying they weren't doing what they wanted, but it's still not the classic like
Yeah, it wasn't like Letterman or
there's like
anything.
3 people named Jim, and a John, 2 Johns or something.
Jimmy
But
John, yeah.
there hasn't been a woman sitting to do that part of it really. They pop in and guest host and all these things. And I'm sort of like, sure, it could be, maybe there's not a willingness to do it or something. I don't know what it is. And maybe I guess all that to say, it's like, to me, I'm going, remember when Conan was on and it was like really the beginnings of Conan, probably back in the days what we're talking about, Pearl. And people were like, this is weird and I don't like it.
Yeah.
And here we are 20 years, later, and it's like, it's Conan. Everybody knows Conan. He's beloved. And so it's like,
and that was even weirder.
who are we not what woman are we not, can we not afford to shove down people's throats for 20 years until they're Beth? Beth. So it's like, we don't really allow someone to grow in that way. And it typically isn't allowed of a woman to just be like, well, let's see what she does here. Let her fail for a while. And that's another thing I see on the road. It's getting better. It ebbs and flows. But like, if I'm at a comedy club, which at this point it's like, I guess I'm thankful that I can still tour and not be pushed out, I guess, by people who can sell tickets in 3 minutes because they shot in a diaper on camera. I'm like, the month will be like do woman, often. And now there have been shifts in that for sure. But I will still sometimes have comedy club owners be like, we want to get more female headliners in here. And it's like, cool, well then do that. Because it's hard to get good at headlining and there's no other way to do it than to do it. Yeah. It's just sort of like people's bias, which I understand, it's America. We're based in racism and patriarchy and capitalism. So it's like most people, if they could think about it, before you get on a plane, if you got to secretly vote who your pilot was, everybody's picking a white man. I'm not saying I would, but I'm just saying because I'm better than everybody. But it's like people would secretly vote their bias. And so it's like a lot of comedy clubs are safer having a white guy yapping than let's give this woman a try, even if she is going to fail or whatever it is.